It is blazing out there. Hey, listen, it's blazing out there. It's blazing. We in here. We in here. It's blazing out there today. Listen, it is so hot out there, my G. We chilling. Better check this volume real quick. Getting this 4th of July work. Getting this 4th of July work. We getting this 4th of July, Wizard King. Hit that Appiante. We gonna let y'all get up in the chat. We gonna hit that music real quick. Say what I want, no glucose, no sugar. I break it down. I do my history. Plus, we gotta get these herbs on this blade. I'm a god, you're not seeing me. Plus, I stop you. I'm talking about literally me and my shorty, so don't see the chemistry. Or for what we got, hustle hard or not. Y'all can never take this energy. Nah, writing on the wall, plus I'm still a dog. Half of it, I don't let you see. Rock a cookie with the shades on, dog. Nobody coming after me. It might be an actual casualty. I know that you mad, cause I got my own clients, still ain't got that bag. You know who I'm talking to, cause boy, I beat your ass. I see you mad, I got that bag. Yeah. Look, let me get this going again. Let me get back to my... Ladies and gentlemen, it's that special time of the day. It's the best time of the day. You now locked and loaded with your main man, Mark D, and my dog, Troy King. Pipe down and turn this up. We getting live up in here. We got a little ice broody cold because we're listening to hot out there today. Focus, yeah. Brother, my tree just smoking. Everything poet. Oh, say what I want. No glucose, no sugar coating. I break it down. I do my history. Plus, I'm the truth and I'm super sharp mentally. Boy, I'm a god, you not seeing blazing out there. Plus, I stop you. I'm talking about literally. Me and my shorty, so don't see the chemistry. Work for what we got. So, you can never take this energy. Nah, writing on the wall. Plus, it's still a dog. Half of it, I don't let you see. Rock a cookie with the shades on, dog. Nobody coming after me. It might be an actual casualty. I know that you mad, cause I got my own clients, still ain't got that bag. You know who I'm talking to, cause boy, I beat your ass. I see you mad. Get up in the chat, introduce yourself. Yeah. Get up in this chat, introduce yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that special time of the day. It's the best time of the day. Yeah, I was about to say, like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, we in here just yapping. Yeah, you can get that music going in the background. You already know what we doing. Yeah, yeah. So it's official. Ryan, they on Ryan's back. He's just doing anything and everything, saying anything. When is we gonna get to these scraps? That's when everybody want to do everything but get these scraps in. What's up with this work? What's up with this work, buddy? What's going on with this work? All that extracurricular, you can miss me. I'm about to get the ice cubes, the ice tray, so I can make the herbal ice cubes and just be dunking them in my water, so we can get some goodness going in here. We need to get that going. We're gonna let y'all get up in this live real quick so we could chat about the events, because people are being very explosive. They got explosive in the news today, running them traps, running them trappers. That's the thing. You got to stop running that trapper. I keep saying this. You have to let your boxing skills do the talking, buddy. Better put some lights up in here. You got to let your boxing skills do the talking, buddy. When you get on that, you will have more success with your boxing. If you're on any other clown business, it can make you unsuccessful with the boxing acumen, because you're in here just yapping. Oh, okay, these don't fit on there. What you looking at? You gotta be careful. You gotta chill when you get to disrespecting folks. Because listen, his parents is even, hey, Ryan got a problem. He just be yapping. Now everybody talking about he just be yapping. All right, bro, you better chill out for that. Get your pack busted, and you be out here looking crazy. Nobody's gonna have sympathy for you. Ain't no saying running your mouth and doing all of that, and taking pictures with Negros and trolling is not a, like, whatever that is. That's not a thing. And people used to always be saying I used to be trolling, but I used to be like, no, nigga, like, what are you talking about? So I'm in here to tell you what it is for real. All that trolling is out. That's not it, buddy. We're gonna put that in a garbage can. We gotta put that in the garbage. That can't be going on like this. Yeah. Can't be going on like this. You have to watch that mouth. Pause. Because somebody will get you up out of here, buddy. It's not going to get you nowhere. Taking it too far. And what you're talking about for others, you wishing upon self, and it's gonna be bad for you, buddy. You gotta chill out, buddy. We're just gonna let y'all get in this live. I want to see what Shakur gonna do with this Artem guy. Are they gonna be in there having a whole amateur fest again? Hey, bud, you gotta watch out. Watch out. Here come Nike trying to come over here and get all in my business. Yeah, Shakur, I was noticing Shakur was, when it was them little guys, he was all up in that inside, getting work. When them guys start punching, Shakur started coming up out of the inside. When them guys start punching, Shakur start coming out of the inside. He start getting up out of there. You feel me? Like, you gotta know that, you gotta be aware of that. You have to be aware of that because it's different when you in there with somebody smaller than you. You the scrum. You know how they punch and power feel. As soon as you get in there with somebody hard, pause. As soon as you get in there with somebody who bigger, and you running up out of there is because that power, and you're not fully confident with your defense up to this point. Hey, watch out! Watch out! Watch out! You're not fully confident up to for your defense up to this point. You know what I'm saying? You can't be. You're not fully confident with it, and that's why they on your back. We want to see what you got. Want to see what you got with my man Artem. You gotta see that. We need to see him. We need to see what you looking like in there against my man Artem because Artem was a bronze medalist. So that means he knows how to use the jab. He knows how to slip punches. No, he did not beat Frank Martin because they have caught on. He cannot take it to the guts. As Frank Martin hitting is just as hard as do they have the same punch resistance, Frank Martin and Shakur? We don't know yet. We never been hit by them guys. But if we keep it 100, Martin will look like he's a harder puncher with the left hand. But because he did hit Artem on the chin with their John and had him doing the stanky leg. And we'll know when Shakur start going upside his head and hitting him. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely going to know. We're definitely going to know. We're definitely going to know. We're gonna know quickly. Hey, Artem, can you take the body shots? What? That's why Shakur was in the press conference. You've been doing them sit-ups. Listen, I literally asked the man that one day before I sparred him, and then that next week I stopped him to the gut. You do your sit-ups. Do you do those sit-ups? If you do not, your Pacquiao is not gonna be looking good, buddy. That's something. Nah. Hold on. No. If the alternator was according to the body, the alternator would be the engine would be the solar plexus. The alternator would be your heart. And the battery would be the lungs or the brain. No, he not on no races. He on prejudice. It's a difference. He's on prejudice. Those are actual terms. Yeah, I don't know where these guys are at, buddy. I'm just here to go over the information. I don't know where my man ego is. I'm just here to support the information. Kassan's Abdul, for sure. I want all the smoke. Yeah, Kassas. Kassas. Let's see how you pronounce that in Sudanese, which is original Kushite language of the Nile Valley. Yeah, I don't know what my man Ryan is doing today. He bugging. See, this is the thing. I only support certain actions. We're gonna look your name up. Your name spelled like in Egypt because it got the hyphen in it.
Kassas Abdul Aziz.
Kassas Abdul Aziz.
Kassas Abdul Aziz.
There you go, buddy. Kassas, you gotta go to my DM. Go to my DM, Kassas. I do remember you, my man, but go to my DM so I can put the name with the face. We gotta have that herbal tea at all times. You a box for help, you a day oneers. You a day oneers, love. That serpent energy, the left and the right coming out of your head. Pause. Kassas, go to my DM, ball. pause on the gram. Go to my DM on the gram. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. This is where what is wrong with my phone? Like, this is where you can, and we talking about, you know, a whole list of things, but you know, I'm about to keep playing with this. This is when, oh my God, dog. Hey, my phone just doing anything. Yeah, but it's hot today. And what my man Tyrone Leg say, grape tea and wedding cake bud. No, most definitely. No, listen, I got some, I think just rainbow runts. You know, I don't drink alcohol. You know, I've been vegan, so I live a plant-based life. Turn that down a little bit more. I'm vegan, so you know I live a plant-based life. So you gotta excuse me. You know, to each his own. And God put this here for me and for you. So I'm gonna take advantage of God's work. And that's just me. Finish what we started, get back on it. What is that, Aziz? Talk to me. Will we start? Where do we start, Aziz? Where do we start? Because what I started, listen, bro, listen, bro, I told my man this, my nephew, which is Aaron's son, Aaron Coley Jr. I told him, listen, bro, once I got a taste, pause. Once I got a taste of omniscience and once I got a taste of omniscience, which is the all-knowing power of God, from studying the metal nectar, which are the words of God, African, Sudanese, the glyphs. Hey, listen, I was in the store the other day, ShopRite, and a woman wearing a hijab tried to test. Hold on, let me get my hat right. When you realize that you make a choice to tell the truth all the time, you can't play with that. A woman asked me, was I a Muslim? I'm like, yeah, I'm a Muslim, but what that got to do with this? How you trying to demonize African culture on behalf of Islam? Man, what? How are you demonizing African culture on behalf of Islam. That don't even make sense. The man's name is Muhammad. Alhamdulillah. Ham is the word of God. It's also the throat chakra. You're using the root chakra to disrespect the words of God. Without the root of the tuat or the underworld, which is the hell, the hell, the fire, which from everything comes from, the star, the energy, the electric. Come on, blood. They been lying to y'all about this word. You have to know etymology. You come in here running your mouth about some books, I'm going to take you to church. Because some grown men like other grown men, to each his own. So I'm in my lane so to let you know at all times, even if your mind is thinking elsewhere, I'm in the lane of the straight and narrow. I shall drink to that. See, this is the crazy part. I remember a couple lives ago, somebody tried to come in here and get the crazy talking about Negro land and nigger land and Niger land and Nigerian land and Negus land and Negus land. Yeah, the sovereign title of the kings of Ethiopia. Man, listen, dog. I know what vexatious means. And it can get vexatious, as they say, or testy when people don't know their culture, which is African culture and the first cultures. That's a fact. You can be mad about that if you want. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Then you got to take that up with whatever you serve. Man, if you're a Christian, you know the man's name was Yeshua HaMashiach. And that means he's related to Abraham because Ham is Ham is Ham. So is Muhammad and Hamza. Watch out. You're just like a little kid. You just want to come around all day on some mammal. Hey, listen. What you read today in the gates, blood? What you read in them gates today? Because Ryan gonna take himself to the gates. See, this is the thing they don't tell you in the Bible, and I'm gonna tell you. This is what they don't tell you. Look how little this is. This is what they don't tell you, dog. Listen, are you made in a likeness? Yes. A likeness of peace that nothing can disturb. Once you keep saying I'm only human, hey, listen, you got hell coming. You got hell coming. Because the eye is not human. It's the temple not built by man in the book, in the Bible. That's what it be saying. That's what it be saying. It's a science, and it's sweet. It's called the sweet science of boxing. Ryan, you gonna put yourself in a box. You gotta chill, bro. You're bugging. You're bugging, my G. You can't serve two entities when it's only one supreme entity that made all other entities. And it made an entity to test itself because it had no experience. And that is what Africa taught me. Diving into black man's knowledge and in his brain, which is God's brain. And that's real spit. Because that's what it said in the books too. God spit us out in a tear. It's crazy. And there you go. What my man say? El Shinko too. El Shinko, you are correct, buddy. Garlic butter. You are correct. Why? Because you trying to draw attention for money. Man, I swear this dog, when I get to talking on here, the dog will come stand and face the other direction. It's doing it right now. It's like standing facing another direction as if it's keeping someone off of me. Hey, look, I'm about to take a picture and show you. I'm about to show you. This how Cuz standing. Look how Cuz standing. He's guarding something. They sold, blood. They sold. They see y'all think selling your soul is summoning the evil spirits from beneath the ground. No, clown. It's the love of money is the root to your emotional instability. Not knowing how to cultivate any emotion at all times and cultivating the wrong emotions, especially emotions that got to do with gratifying your sensual emotions and passions. Well, your emotions and sensual passions, as I should say. Sensual passions of things that you feel. Like I just need to eat a burger. Why you gotta eat flesh? You part of the killing. And it's not for a black man. Dr. Sebi proved that with the African genome in all people. Did you study that? You didn't. You gotta be studying stuff like this. It's the Independence Day. He gonna just chill right here too. Nah, he just chilling. It's like every time I get on this mic, pause, you gotta come over here. Hey, bud, y'all ain't ever really, y'all tripping, man. Listen, I was on Instagram scrolling, and it's like Ryan Garcia and Dr. Umar is in the same boat. Dr. Umar said, "You a coon if you celebrate Independence Day." Dog, I guarantee you wouldn't say. Listen, I don't think he ever read this. Preface. To encourage people everywhere to better understand and appreciate the principles of government that are set forth in America's founding documents, the Cato Institute is pleased to publish this pocket edition of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States of America. This preface has been prepared by Roger P. Long, founding director. Listen, dog. Mm, like, you ain't never read this? You ain't never read this. And see, this is Ryan think he like this is when you see people they don't understand boxing, they don't understand anything. You gotta stop running your mouth and get in the gym somewhere. Selling your soul for bread. In 1776, America's founding fathers gathered in Philadelphia to draft the Declaration of Independence, which dissolved the political ties that came on by itself, which dissolved the political ties that bound the American people to Great Britain. A new nation was thus born, free and independent, the United States of America. 11 years later, 1787, after America's patriots had won our independence on the battlefield, independence, many of the men who had met earlier in Philadelphia, plus others, met there again. They met twice. The men that met there is Continental Congress. Listen, don't think because you're an American, as you can see, they saying American as in a group of people, not like a native. So what do you be talking about? What do you be talking about? They met twice in 1789 after the plan had been ratified. The new government was established. Together, the Declaration of the Constitution of America's founding documents, as amended over the years, the Constitution is supreme law of the land, the nation's fundamental law. Come on, bro. What are you doing? Listen, that's why it's three people in here with 3 likes. Because God needs you. God, you have the power, but not the right to ignore God's law. That's the 6th law for Heru Huti. That's that time. That summertime. Meaning you got the power, but not the right. That means you not just disrespecting the laws, the fundamental laws of the Constitution. You disrespecting the fundamental laws of the United States by doing what you're doing. And that's the fundamental laws of God in boxing. It's a gentleman's sport. You're not supposed to be saying anything, doing anything. You're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to be doing it. And this is why some of their skills be lacking in boxing. They skills be lacking because they be doing too much talking and not enough boxing. Not enough sticking, flicking, fainting, and hooking, rolling up under shots, slipping them. They ignoring the laws of boxing, man. You could die in there. So you're not about to get real. You're not about to get your practice on. It's just practice. You're not about to get that going. You're not about to practice, my G. This is practice. The Declaration. But the broad language of the Constitution is illuminated by the principles set forth in the Declaration. To better understand and appreciate the form of government we have, therefore, it is important to look first to the Declaration, where where the founders outlined their moral vision of the government is implied, addressing a candid world. You see what I'm saying? They really go into it. And then you run in your mouth. Man, have you even read something? Like, have you even read something, dog? Y'all got me on here, and not y'all. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the Paul Netaru, the gods, or the angels, or the talents, and the archangels, and the Saint Mike. All of them people, not even, yeah, well, the natural. The natural. It says the immediate aim of the Declaration was to justify their decision to declare independence. Toward that end, they set forth the theory of a legitimate government, legitimate, legal, a corporation, and then demonstrated how far British rule has strayed from that ideal. But their argument served not to simply not The argument served not simply to discredit British rule. In addition, it set a course for future American government. Indeed, for more than 2 centuries, and ringing phrases of declaration have inspired countless millions around the world. They had another plan. But see, listen, they tried to make it, and this was Ryan, is just a, I'm telling you, he's hurting himself in the public, corporately. He's doing it. He's doing it. Running his mouth when you're supposed to be working. Supposed to be working head movement. You could be working on that instead of running your mouth. Appealing to all mankind, the Declaration's seminal passage opens perhaps the most important line in the document. We hold the truth as self-evident, grounded in reason. Self-evident. Truths invoke long tradition of natural law, which holds that there is a higher law of right and wrong from which are derived human law, and against which to criticize that law at any time. Oof, it is not political will then, but moral reasoning accessible to all. That is the foundation of our political system. The foundation of the political system is morals. So, like when people was going along taking your right to, oh, Oh my God. I just busted my own pack. I just busted my pack. I just busted my pack. I just busted it. It's a higher law. It's a higher law. Hey, Ryan. Hey, I just busted my pack. It's a higher law in our policy system. And Ryan is saying, hey, if y'all gonna take my right to make money, to fight, because y'all saying I was on Ostarine and I'm telling y'all the honest to God truth that I wasn't, I'm just gonna start wilding. Because I told y'all I wasn't. And I'll just continue to read on. It's just a thought. If reason is foundation of the Father's vision, the method by which we justify our political order, liberty is its aim. Thus, the cardinal moral truths are these: that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, which are rights, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. You gave consent to these jokers. And that's what Ryan is saying. I gave you no consent. So y'all gonna act up? I'ma act up. It's a free country, right? He making it like this is he like, man, all right, y'all want a war? We gonna war because y'all doing it. I got my own platform. I got my own platform. Y'all getting work. I'm about to start disrespecting everybody. Saying what I want, doing what I want. He to pushing that hard line, as my man Aaron would say. He pushing it. He pushing a hard line. He pushing a hard one because he literally saying, "Oh, y'all gonna take away my right to get some boxing work in and really get busy." Then I'm about to just be calling everybody nigga. I'm about to just be saying anything. I'm about to be doing anything. And that's what happened when you start understanding things and contracts and money. And you like, man, nobody should be able to take my right to do anything away. How you gonna suspend me from boxing? And that's why he acting like this. That's why he really acting like this. Is still, this is the thing. This is why it's stupid. Because you don't stoop down to their level. It's a higher law that the policies are supposed to be built off of. You handle it peacefully in court because all men are created equal, except when you become a God man. Because in Africa, they got three levels of man: Sahu man, man Ab or Ab man, and then the God man. That's what it is. We are all created equal as defined by our natural rights, thus no one has rights superior to those of anyone else. Moreover, we are born of with those rights. We do not get them from government. You see what I'm saying? We don't get them. Indeed, whatever rights or powers government has come from us, from the consent of the governed, and our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness imply that the right to live our lives as we wish, to pursue happiness as we think best by our own lights, provided only that we respect equal rights of others to do the same. You see how this is common sense. You gotta get listen. This is what I tell y'all: do not endure works of the earth. Don't do it. You're the master through the earth. You're the master of the earth through your likeness with God. In heaven you come from, a heaven you will return. And that means if you get to disrespecting in the gentleman's sport, you can get your Pacquiante busted. Busted. Busted, dog. You gotta chill. Just because you got freedom of speech don't mean you got the right to say anything you want. You have the power, but not the right, because you're disrespecting other people the way you talk, because people don't know their history. So at the same time, you're really not disrespecting anyone. People have disrespected themselves for not knowing what a nigger, a nigga, not knowing what any of that is. You're really disrespecting yourself. That's why I say that. Drawing by implication upon a common law tradition of liberty, property, and contract, its principal roots and right reason. The founders thus outlined the moral foundations of a free society. See, this is why when you read this and then you start breaking it down, it's just like, how is this a free society when they taking people's property, throwing people out, usurping people's funds, lowering people's credit, suspending people from boxing? Like, at the end of the day, that's what this is saying. You should not be able to stop me from doing anything. And they're lying. Something's going on. Some type of scheme. You can believe what you want. So this is why he is on what he on. Only then did they turn to government. We institute government. The Declaration says, to secure our rights, our natural rights, and the rights we create as lives, as we live our lives. But the powers that government may need to do that must be derived from our consent if they are to be just. And this is why when you understand the difference between an American within the state and a citizen that's a crewman for the United States, this is when you be like, hold on, blood. I'm not a part of that. I'm an African American. A black man made that term. Listen, he didn't say he was an African United States citizen. He said you was an African American. Ain't no higher title. Cause an African, you know you African. And then if you're American, that means you're a part of the American government and the founding fathers. Once again, this this is why they be saying this is prejudice. So, dude, like, no, your prejudice and my rights to box on fictitious things. So I'm gonna show you real prejudice. I'm about to get busy with the language. Everybody a nigga, like he's just getting busy. He's showing you. See, it's different forms of prejudice. It's different forms of prejudice. Excuse me. And when you really break it down, like I start to see the reverse of what he doing because he like y'all ain't trying to listen. But it's really not about what you do, it's how you do it. And this is not the way to do it because there are higher laws involved. There's nothing I can say but base everything on the laws of the creator, of the supreme being. When it came to the draft, a new constitution, when it came time to draft a new constitution, the founders drew up principles they had outlined in the Declaration. Having recently overthrown oppression British rule, they were not about to reimpose oppression on themselves. They wasn't about to do that. Listen, when you really read, you start seeing. They telling you. That's why Ryan is acting the way he acting. He saying, yo, pressing my right to box with all this fake Ostarine. I told you it was cross-contamination. I got it from Scooter. Listen, he literally just telling on people. He literally like, I got it from Scooter, Zab's people. And I ain't defending nobody. I'm just telling you the facts. I'm just telling you the facts. And then he was like, all right, it's about to get dark. That Ryan like, hey, it's about to get dark. Young Scooter out here giving people drugs. Young Scooter, the nigga Ryan got the drugs from. And they said it was laced with Ostarine. I don't think that's him. I don't think that's him. According to their basic, accordingly, their basic task was to devise a government that would be strong enough to secure the rights against domestic and foreign oppression. See, you think that's other people. No, that's other corporations. Like that's crazy, dog. They oppress. Listen, if somebody cut off your phone, cut off your internet, cut off anything, they cutting off your right to be free and use the energy to talk to the people. That you don't even get it. They cutting off his right to box. So he just telling on everybody. He telling on everybody, hey, blood, Scooter gave me this. Now Scooter got to show his face. Yeah, I'm Scooter. I'm the one that gave it to him. I ain't never. Yeah, you gave him to me for profit. I was like, hey, blood, I got it. Somebody told me you had a guy. I ended up getting the Scooter. So I'm just telling on you. Scooter gave him to me. See, this is the thing. When oppression get a certain, when it start coming to you a certain way, I'm showing you my way. That's why I'm doing my court cases on the jaw. I know we right on here on court, on the phone, we live on it. Oh, you thought you had me? You did. You can't stop me. Listen. Also justice to men, so I reap it from God. And my way to success remains open. Because I think as a divine being, your pack is gone. See, and when you riot, instead of thinking as a lower being by doing as they do, you just chill. Because a wise man once said nothing. Right? Right. Hey, it's the serpent energy on the forehead. Toward that end, the document they drafted once ratified authorized government and governmental powers, then checked and balanced the powers through a series of extraordinarily thoughtful measures. The preamble sets forth the basic principles of the document. We, the people, for the purpose listed, do ordain and establish this Constitution. All power, in short, comes from the people. If you don't know, see that's slang. That's slang right there, the people. But as a reflection of the principles of the Declaration, the power of the people give to the government the exercise on their behalf is strictly limited. Indeed, its very first sentence is Article 1, following the preamble, implies that all legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in Congress, in a Congress. That the people herein granted only limited legislative powers and made clear by enumeration of those powers in Article 1, Section 8. And the point is reiterated is as if for emphasis in the 10th Amendment, the final member of the Bill of Rights. That was, man, listen. Hold on. So I got another one. I'm about to go get it. Yeah, listen, they got all their names in here. Yeah, we did this. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did this. We did this because they was wilding. See, this is why I start understanding this. They be talking about expiration of the second year. They listen. They be having the second class expiration of the fourth year. Listen, they was trying to establish. Hold on, I'm about to read it to you because that was just the beginning. Oh, here it is on page 9. The Declaration, and see, that was just a beginning. See, this is the part, this is the crazy part. This is a real crazy part, though. The Declaration is not what you think. There's some folks copping a plea. They're like, hey, blood, you going crazy too hard. You got to back up, my G. It says action of the Second Continental Congress. American, listen, I gotta take a break. I'm sorry. I need a break. I need a break real quick. Cause every time I go back in time and read this, it really tripped me out, dog. Hey, blood, what you doing? Why you in that car alone like that? Why you acting like you can't hear? Yeah, dog. This. See, this is when things just be taking a turn, and you be like, man, what? Continental Congress. That's a whole different ball game, buddy. Have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of Continental Congress? Have you heard of that? Did you know that was a thing? Did you know? Do you know how to get in Continental Congress? Who are they? Where do they come from? Continental Congress. That means the Congress for the continent. They meet on behalf of the continent, all parts of America. Is you bugged out? And then y'all be talking about the declaration and all of that is coon business. Man, you're bucking. And we don't even been an hour in. This don't even take long to read. It says action of Second Continental Congress, July 4th, 1776. The unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. This is the first 13 colonies of the states of America. Hold on. Look at this right here. It says the unanimous declaration of the 13 united, the way they spell that, states of America. United is lowercase, and it's about states, which is Canada, South, and the 13. When in course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them from with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth, they separate an equal station to which the laws of nature and a nature's God entitled them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. That's the first part of the declaration, bro. That's regular talking. That's regular talk. That's regular talk, my G. That ain't no man. I don't know the laws and the legal language. They know this is about dissolving your ties with niggas because they bugging. They're bugging. Yeah, people don't know what they're doing. We reading this Declaration of Independence because this drawing ain't even about. It's about how people just got disrespectful. It says, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the rights of the people and the people is all capital. People is capital P with a lowercase. So that means it's a certain body. It's a proper noun. See, this is when you gotta know your English. People is a proper noun, so that means it's a person, place, or a thing. It's not just spelled regular like lowercase people. It says rights of the people to alter or to abolish it. It says to institute a new government. To institute, or where is that? Yeah, to institute a new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, jurisprudence, jurisprudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience have shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. Meaning, hey, blood, I ain't got to do this. Like, I ain't got to, y'all bugging. Like, y'all just taking everything and y'all doing too much. And that's when it's democratic, see, that's what y'all don't understand. That's what they talking about right here. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, see, this is what I be saying, blood. This is what I be saying, usurpations. Usurpations, bro. Usurpations. No, it ain't even, no, see, y'all, listen, man. It's not about color. This is not about color. They're talking about abuses and usurpations. That means taking property from any and all people. Colonization against Great Britain, England, the French, the Dutch. Come on, blood. Pursuing invariable the same objective, inventions are designed to reduce them under absolute despotism. It says it is their right, it is their duty to overthrow such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies. Meaning, like, when they came over and created the colonies, people was still trying to come over and create war with them and corporate and all. You got to obey this and you got to do this. And it's like, no, blood. Everybody just over here doing their own thing. And this is the thing. People was trying to have slaves too. But see, they were trying to turn it corporate. Yeah, taking everybody's land. Everybody's land was getting took. It said right here. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such has been now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is the history of repeated injuries and usurpations. See, y'all thinking about like injuries is like hurting people. No, like Injuries like to your business, usurpations of funds, fake courts. They're about to talk. They're about to tell you. All having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let the facts be submitted to the candid world. This is when they just start sending letters to everybody. Hey, look, this is what they doing. This what dude and Brand doing. He has refused to assent to laws. He has refused to assent to law. Listen, when you go to state court, that's what they be doing. They don't be assenting to law. And that's what Ryan is saying. Like, no, y'all tried to prove that I was on Osterring, and then the lawyers, the you people of the law. Because law and yay mean you. You're supposed to know the corporate law. He said once we went and got some more testing, these things was done. Why are you still taking my right to box away? I'm an American. I'm the people. He has refused to assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good, corporate public. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance. He says, which suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained. And when suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for accommodation of large districts of people. Like, what? Districts of people, like a community, whether they be different or whatever. They saying they got laws. They should be able to get married. So a person should be able to just, I should be able to just say and do what I want. You can, but you can't. You have the power, but not the right, because you can hurt somebody. You can infuriate another business. And now we in the public arguing about districts of people. Districts of people. Like the Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia. Unless those people who relinquish the right of representation in this legislature. Did you hear that? That was the jug right there. Unless those people would relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, making people do things on other parts of the world where they not even from. What are you doing taking me on? Like, dog, what? For the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with these measures. Oh, y'all gonna try to fatigue me. Alright. See, this is what I be trying to tell y'all that they be doing with this corporate stuff. They be trying to fatigue you, denying your right to do anything. even when you found your way. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with many firmness and invasions on the rights of the people. Rights is rights is a person, place, or a thing of the, and people is capitalized with the capital P, which means it's a person, place, or a thing. They don't mean for all people. He has refused for a long time, after such dissolutions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the main time exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions within. He basically hiring who he want to go into the government to infiltrate a coup. He's his coups. He making coups happen by putting people he want in the government to dissolve it from the inside out. See, it's just none of this stuff is new. To get people to go on to what they want to do. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states, for that purpose obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners. What? He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states for that purpose of obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, saying you don't want to be a part of this government. You want to go back to your natural state. He was preventing that. That's what I'm going through. That's crazy. Refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither. Not letting people travel. And raising the conditions of new appropriations of lands. Saying you got to have all these laws in his lands to go here. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers, making judges, and then the judges is not even following the laws, blood. He has made judges dependent on his will alone, state judges, corporate shit, not supreme justices, and creating all these levels of fictitious corporate bull. For their tenure of their offices and the amount and payment of their salaries. Remember, you get paid for a judge, the judge getting paid, it's automatically over. It's automatically over. Any judge getting paid is over. It don't matter. You get a check. All judges do. It's a wrap. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass over our people and eat out their substance. They telling they using corporate language because substance is capitalized, meaning it's a person, place, or a thing. Swarms, hither swarms. Swarms is capitalized of officers. Capitalized to harass our people, capitalized. He has kept among us in times of peace standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. That's having people at your doorstep. He has affected to render the military independent of superior to the civil power, so they can just do whatever they want. He has combined with the others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution, the police in the state, and acknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to their acts of pretended legislation, corporate power, statutes of limitation, corporate. For quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by mock trial, state court, just going to just get railroaded, mock trials. I've been to these things and seen them. For protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off the trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for imposing taxes, parking and electricity. Man, cutting off my electricity for a tax, for not paying you work, making me try to work for some money. Man, you bugging, nigga. You're bugging. For depriving us, in many cases, for the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses without my seatbelt. Ain't no even victim. I ain't even did nothing. For using my own checks. For using my own checks. For establishing a free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing there an arbitrary government and enlarging its boundaries. Oh my God, that's exactly what the Democrats be doing, dog. They go to another country and set up an army and then expand the boundaries of it, pushing political, oh no, this our land. No, blood, what is you doing? This is not your situation. What are you doing, bro? You're bugging. You're bugging. That's what they're talking about right here. So as to render it at once an example of a fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, dog. Exactly. For taking away our charters, as abolishing our most valuable laws and altering fundamentally the forms of our governments. For suspending our own legislator and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Why do feel the need to tell me how to do something. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of our protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, razed our coasts, burnt our towns, and destroyed lives on our people. That's what they be doing. He is, at this time, transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the works of death. Man, what? That's just policing anybody. And tyranny already begun with, that's just like circumstances of cruelty, and perfidy scarcely parallel in most barbarous ages and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens, taken captive our high seas and bear arms against their country, or to become the executioner of their friends and brethren. Just having people at the state, people in their own corporate state working for their own police, murdering their own people of their states. That's what they talking about. Y'all ain't never read this. Friends and brethren, to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections among us, and he has endeavored to bring those inhabitants of our frontiers, the merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is to indistinguished is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. Meaning they killing, he paying people who just they don't care. Listen, this ain't got nothing to do with no savage people. This is frontier, the merciless Indian set. He has deputized certain people by law to be able to just do what they want, just how the police be doing it. That's why I said rule of warfare. They just gonna bomb and do anything. It's like an army, navy, whatever. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. Our a prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may be defined a tyrant is unfit to be a ruler of free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by our legislator to extend an unwarrantable, like they basically trying to cop a plea, jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of circumstances of our immigration and migration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would have inevitably interrupted our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the violence of justice and of consanguinity. consanguine. I'm gonna make sure I'm saying that right. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation and hold them, as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace, friends. See, this is without prejudice. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress, assemble appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions due in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies solemnly publish and declare. You see how they using these words? This is corporate talk. They publish it and declare that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British crown, and that all political connection between them and the states of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states, that they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for support of this declaration, which affirm reliance on these protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. John Hancock, Samuel Chase, W.M. Paca, Stone, Charles Correll, George White, Richard Henry Lee, Saul Nelson Jr., Francis Lightfoot Lee. Lightfoot, he come from a tribe. Carter Braxton, Rob Morris, Benjamin Rush, Benjamin Franklin, John Morton, John Smith, Geo Taylor, W.M. Floyd, Phil Livingston, Arthur Middleton, Booton Gwinnett from Georgia. And this is where some of these folks get prejudiced, because then they take over these lands and people think they can just do what they want on other people's lands, even in this same group. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure tranquility, provide for common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty of ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish the Constitution for the United States. See, that's all the Declaration is. That right there, they telling you what dude was doing. And listen, this is what becoming an American is about. It's about declaring your freedom from any and all people as an American state national. No, I want to be free from it all. I don't want y'all to be doing nothing with me, doing nothing, seeing nothing, talking about nothing. Mm-mm. I'm free from all. I'm not a citizen of none. I'm good, blood. I'm good. That's all the Declaration is. It ain't even long. And hold on. It started at page 9, ended at page 15. It's 6 pages in this little book. I gotta look up this word real quick. Came right up for a brother.
Consanguinity.
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 Consanguinity. That's what that means. Consanguinity is the characteristics of having a kinship with the relative who's descended from the common ancestor. Voice of justice and the consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind enemies in war, in peace, friends. The fact of being descendant from the same ancestor, which are just basically human laws. And that's what they saying. Dude was just doing too much, taking everybody's stuff and that's and listen, this is the thing. You can declare yourself independent from your state, and that's what being an American is. Like you don't want to be listen, I'm an American state national. So if I'm a first, the state I was born in was my own state, the king of state. That's another level. Because even when I read my trust fund information and my American State Assembly information, it says you were born first into you're first citizen of the state that you were born in. I was born into my own estate, the Troy DeMond King Trust Estate. And those, my friends, are bars and they're not for everybody. They're not for everybody, dog. They not for everybody. They not for everybody. Because when you're born in your own estate, that's why Ryan acting the way he acting. But even though you're born in your own estate, you could still cause disruption. But that's what he's doing against the corporate, the media, the boxing, or the New York State Athletic Commission. Remember, he was already on their back, so now he just gonna try to disrespect everybody. Well, now I'm just getting crazy. I'm just gonna be talking and I'm gonna be apologizing. I'm gonna be doing what y'all be doing, and that's when you're doing too much because you don't need to go to their level. You don't need to go to their level of stupidity. You keep it lit. And listen, you got to read the Declaration of Independence. You got to read it. That's what that declaration was made for. That's what it was. That's what it was made for. I declare myself an American. And listen, when you do it, the United States, they even acting weird a little bit, but at the same time, some people want to be citizens and do things that way, and that's fine. But everybody doesn't want to do it, and some people just want to chill They don't want all their money taken. Like, no, but I never consented for taxes to be imposed on me. And once I found out that that's what was going on, I wanted my money back. And now that's what the IRS is saying, that I'm asking for taxes that I'm not entitled to. Hey, bud, you cat. You're a real life cat. I'm asking for credit. I'm not entitled to. You cat. You are cat. You're Cappington. That's a joke statement. That's not a realistic statement. You cannot be serious saying that, buddy. That makes absolutely no sense. You know that's cap. When you do the research, you know what you're entitled to. And that's what everybody's saying. You know what you're entitled to. My bad, you didn't do it like I did it. That was on you, buddy. I did what I was supposed to do. I declared it. I mailed it off. Now they talking about frivolous. Listen, the declaration is not even that long, but once you go in here and see, it's on page 9, the Declaration of Independence. And it just start talking about all the stuff dude did. He's forbidden his governors to pass laws. He refused to pass laws for the accommodation of large districts of people. Like, what are you doing, bro? What type of time is you on? And this is where anybody, not just Ryan, anybody is saying, well, how we only got to use what you say for boxing? No, some lawyer said it was only a billionth of a gram, that, and the supplements was tainted. Why we gotta keep, you know what I'm saying? He like, well, why I gotta keep going over that like that with you? And it's not even that serious. I busted his pack. That's what the serious part was. His pack got busted, and now y'all mad at me because I fooled y'all. But at the same time, now all of a sudden I was on something and I was doing this, and this is why. But that doesn't give you the right though to get to talking crazy in the public. Still doesn't. And then apologizing. You don't play the devil's game. You just meet it with truth, and that's a bar. You can't beat the devil at his game. You keep it funky with the truth. That's what it say. You use your omniscience. That's what it's saying in the spiritual books of Egypt. You don't keep fighting. You just let the truth speak for itself. That's what you got to do. You let the truth speak. You let the truth speak. That's why I said I'm gonna get some ink, and niggas about to be getting that trust fund paperwork on top of. They're about to be getting that trust fund paperwork on top of they're about to be getting that trust fund paperwork on top of a little declaration. You don't ever tell me what I'm not entitled to, my G. Is you tripping? Like, who is you? Who are you? You're bugging out of your mind. Like the IRS really hit me and told me I wasn't entitled to the credits that I'm asking for. My G, you're tripping. I don't know who you thought Troy Demond King was, but he's definitely too entitled to all. And then they gonna say, don't send no more paperwork, or we're gonna give you a penalty. Hey, my nigga, shut up. Shut up. That's when I get to, hey, blood, you bugging. You gotta shut up. You just talking. You're just talking, buddy. You're gonna do what? How you gonna tell me what I can't be entitled to on my social security? I don't owe nobody no bread. Nigga, what? You bugging. I don't owe nobody anything. And that's when they be confused on who owes who due to these United States codes that are in order on the Office of Legislation Revision Council. That's when it gets spooky. That's when it gets spooky. Because they about to get all the paperwork and be looking crazy. And then they could continue on with it. Like you can continue with the games if you want. You do your thing, blood. I ain't about to. I'm gonna just keep sending you this paperwork though, especially with that IRS. And I'm gonna just keep hitting you with them suits over and over. And I'm not gonna stop filing them. Like I'm just gonna keep filing them, Jones. Somebody's gonna say something eventually. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I be reading them declarations because when you really read them, you see that these folks been doing foolishness. And people is not about the prejudice that you think it is. It's they really talking about corporately, like corporations and businesses, and that's what dude's saying. Like commerce, it was in there. That was in it. The right to commerce, commercial real estate, things like that. Like it was literally in there. That's when I was like, damn, they was stopping people from doing a lot. And when you suspend somebody from boxing, then you affect their commerce. So he like, I'm about to just go crazy hard. And I'm not defending anything. So I'm just explaining through the laws of the Constitution. Ryan is saying, how are we only using certain laws and certain people? Like my people saying this is this. This is this too. And then that's when there's somebody say a billionth of a gram. But once again, it doesn't give you the right to disrespect, you know, and really get that attention on you. You don't want that certain type of attention. You don't want that attention from them people. Them people got people too, trained people. They send them to aggravate you and get you out your zone. Like a lot of these guys, like for example, Rick Ross and Drake, Canada and Florida, United States, America. You know, they joking though. It's fake beefs because it's like we both in America. That's why it just look crazy. We're both out here doing Nathan, literally doing Nathan, playing around because you can't be serious. Y'all putting music on iTunes, and it's really just the right to do commerce. But your commerce can't be, it can't hurt anybody. See what I'm saying? That's when it get tricky. Your commerce can't affect somebody's well-being. You can't be using unfair business practices. Like, that's what they really be on for real. Unfair business practices, and that's what basically saying y'all doing. You usurping all my bread, blood. You taking all my money, and that's what they doing with this, with child support. That's what Social Security is doing. That's what all of these people are doing, telling you what you can't have, but they can create money and give it away and do what they want with the debt. But when it's time to get the debt to where it's supposed to go, no, we ain't got the money for that. Hey, bud, you tripping. You tripping. I need that bond bread. I need that bond bread. There's no discussion. That's why I be having to read that. You got to read it every year and put you back in perspective. Like, hold on. I've declared my I've declared my freedom. I never asked to be a citizen and then be doing all of that. I'm free. I just want to chill and do what I want to do and relax. Be on YouTube talking to the folks about boxing, talking to them about the laws, God, chilling, relaxing, talking science, mathematics, talking about people getting their packs busted. Like, I want to be doing that. How am I going to be doing that and doing it to the best of my ability, which makes me happy when they're constantly usurping funds, bothering my well-being on how I live, making it hard for me to use my own money to do things, use my own credit. Like, you tripping. It's one person. You don't need mine. And then if you do it, everybody can do it. Well, that's on y'all. Yeah, I don't want to be doing this like y'all. You had me doing it before, thinking it was something to be done. No, I'm more than an individual. I want to just chill and do my own swags. I don't want to be bothered. It's hard to do that, but it's not hard to do it. You just gotta keep practicing every day. It's just a test. You know, it's just like saying I'm already free to do what I want because I'm doing it in righteousness. But when it comes to elevating your physical well being through commerce, that's when they want to put a freeze on it. When you're trying to elevate yourself through commerce, that's when they start getting weird on you. That's the main principle. Depending on what type of commerce you trying to do, that's when they get stupid with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, you doing that? We need a piece of that. No, you don't, my nigga. Go have a seat. You need a seat. You need a piece of a seat. Like, that's basically all they saying all day. Like, whatever you doing, we need a piece of it so we can let you do it. We can know it. We can protect. Man, we don't need all of that. You're just talking. You're just talking, buddy. We don't need even none of that. We got it from here. When we let you help, you was doing too much. Then when you find out people really know how to govern themselves, then you be leaving them alone and trying to show them on TV all the time. Hey, blood, let me do my own thing. Let me do my own thing, buddy. Leave me alone. But Ryan, that's basically what he's saying. He's saying, listen, I ain't even do none of this stuff. They're bugging. I wasn't on none of that. I wasn't on none of it. And y'all trying to say I was, and I had it tested, and it came back this, and then y'all trying to force it. Y'all trying to force it. They're teaching me a lesson, and I'm just telling on everybody. I got it from him. I worked with Cuz. I did this. I did that, and he kept it. He kept. That's how he keeping it. That's how he holding it. And I'm not even taking up for it because we know better. When you hit certain subjects, people gonna get, touchy. But at this point, man, I'm a divine being. I could care less. And I care about my people, and my people is all people. So it's just more or less like I'm trying to make sure when I get it when it's already together. I'm waiting for the United States, the state of California, Ohio, and any other state to get it together with this cap they own. They gotta chill out with that. Gotta chill out with the cap. They gotta chill out with it. They gotta chill out with this cap. But it's hard for them because they so used to people bowing down, like you're saying that in the John. That's what they do. They try to fatigue you. Pause. They try to fatigue you, blood. They literally try to fatigue you. They trying to fatigue cuz. Fatigue his ass up out of there. And we gonna make him tired. He gonna get tired of playing. He gonna get tired. That's why Gates was saying he don't get tired. He don't get tired, like Gates said. Ain't no tired, my G. I'm on you. Non-stop. I'm on you. That's why I be reading them. That declaration is one of the trillers. They really be trying to say, hey, blood, dude over here tripping. What we supposed to do about this? He taking everybody's everything. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to do business. It's a shame people just can't live their lives without being taxed. Like, I never asked to be doing all of that. And now that I found out that That's what they be mad about, because that's what that letter is. It's a text letter saying, no, it's just a law. You gotta, hey, blood, that ain't none of my laws. My nigga, shut up. I got my own money. I got the original bond on file. You tripping. I am entitled. I made it this far. And that's why you hurt. And that's what that letter I'm gonna write gonna be talking about to the IRS. Yeah, you hurt that I made it this far. If you don't give me my bread, it's only gonna be hurt for you, because I'm gonna put a lawsuit on your agent number, which I've already have written out. Got going. I put a lawsuit on his ass, on his agent number, so I ain't tripping. Cause that's what I'll be doing. You could call it vexatious or whatever, but you can't be telling me what I'm not entitled to, my dude. It's not your trust fund. My daughters are entitled to it. So, and I'm entitled to my own wealth off my own labor. Shut up. I'm not a labor man of the state. The niggas can chill with that. Chill out with it. Have you some coffee and a chill wheel. Have you some coffee and a chill wheel. Cause you're not, that shit is over with, buddy. And that the declaration is only 6 pages. It take a couple minutes to read. It's just basically just a bunch of Negroes saying, hey, bud, what is up with this? With Cuz doing all this extra violent shit. Like and then he's sending people off to court in places we don't know we don't even know where we at. Then when we get out of jail, it's like, wait, what? Like, what's going on? Why are we even in jail for crimes that don't even exist? Why is he making up shit? And that's basically what you get aligned with, and you start doing it. You see where they making it up, where this is made up. It's not a thing for real. It's made up. It's made up. It's made up talk. And listen, y'all could be out, and it's all good, cause I'm out. We'll be back to do another one later. I'm in Hood Tech.